Hello, welcome everyone. By now, if you're in the trading app store, you will notice there's, usually you'll see at the very top the demonstrating some of the free popular indicators, and you'll see this one right here. It's Persons Pivots Daily. It's a free tool. There's a lot to it. In fact, it's fairly popular. It's one of the most popular products on the trading app store, as well as our full indicator package. But I want to take a few moments right now to tell you how you can benefit from this tool, whether you're a stock trader, a day trader more importantly, and even a swing trader. What is the dynamics of the Persons Pivot Indicator? Let's get into that right now. All right, so when you load the app and you install, you're going to get a chart like this. Now, this is an intraday chart on Wells Fargo. Now, many of you, if you're a stock trader, you might not be day trading an equity as much as perhaps futures traders for day trading purposes. But if you are even a day trader, this is a great tool. If you're a swing trader, fantastic tool. If you're a position trader looking to know when it is right to get into a trade, here's where Persons Pivot is going to help you. First off, it's not just like any floor traders pivots. They're filtered. Filtered how? If you notice here on the chart, this is Wells Fargo. It's in a kind of a choppy trading range. You'll notice that we have on any given day, let's just take this day right here as an example, one red line. It doesn't give multiple resistance targets, and it has a support target, green. You'll notice the main element is the fact that this blue line is the actual pivot point. There's a function here which gives a moving average. It's a gold line. This gold line is the magic of the Persons Pivots. This is an average of that blue line. So what the definition is, when a short-term moving average is above a higher degree time frame moving average, it gives us the idea that the momentum or the price trend is strong, therefore giving us a bullish outlook. So what Persons Pivots does is at the end of every time period. So for the daily Persons Pivots, this is the free tool that you get on TradeStation. At the end of the day, right here, it suggested the next day was targeting a higher resistance and a higher support. In other words, it was defining a trend change was occurring. Note that the blue line, the pivot point, is higher than the prior time period's pivot point. Now that's pretty strange in itself, because if you do look at this, and I want to bring into focus, if I may, we'll get into this real quick. If you take a look at this entire session here, what trend is the market? Well, from high to low, it went down. So you would get the inclination that the actual market outlook for the next day could be bearish. Well, what it did is it projected, no, it's got a stronger relative high price reading. And so that's one area that you would look at. It's in a bullish mode. So if it's bullish, perhaps maybe I would be looking to buy a pullback in the market near support. Now, there's two ways that we teach traders how to trade this. Now, this has no indicators behind it. There's no oscillators, no volume. There's just a pure price point indicator suggesting that the mathematical model based on the high-low close was suggesting higher prices moving forward. This is how you find value in this particular tool. Notice that the next day it gives a lower reading, but something different is occurring right now. What is it? Prices are starting to trade positive above the blue lines. So when you're in a transitioning phase of a market, and in this case, let's face it, this is a transitioning phase. It's in a very tight, narrow trading range. There it is. What we want to do is say, if the theory is true that it's in a bullish market mode, if Persons Pivots is accurate and it's detecting we should start to see a trend up, then I want to see the price action close greater than the pivot. And in this case, it is doing so. So note that the very next day, it's probably if you bought against an outlier of a bullish mode and you bought near support, or you waited another day till the close and you noticed that the market was starting to trade north at this point of the actual daily pivot. Note here, we are trading north above, positive, than the daily pivot. It is supporting what? A bullish outlook. All right. So as we move forward through the market, note that the very next day when you come in, you'll see your person's pivots has a higher blue. It's targeting higher and higher levels. So it is illustrating there is support in the outlook that the market's bullish. So, and then again, the reason we're focused on Wells Fargo is in the morning briefings with TradeStation, we gave this positive outlook and suggested that we have a rise in price being supported by the technical outlook. And there you have it, an uptrend developed. When the market's bullish, the person's pivots will give you these projections of higher high and higher lows. And the market trades above the pivot. It's a great tool to help give you a mathematical formula that suggests the outlook is bullish. And therefore, if it is bullish, what do we want to see? First and foremost, we don't want to see the market trade below the support. That would be bad. And we want to start to see the market accumulate value and trade back above its respected daily pivots. And that's positive. In this case, while it's not the biggest breakout, but for a swing trader and maybe a position trader to use the person's pivots to help you to define if the market one day breaks out too far, maybe you could look to be a buyer on a bullish day near pivot support. And that, my friends, is the power behind person's pivot. I hope you found this explanation a little bit better of how to utilize this tool in your trades more efficiently. Thank you.